The MLB Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Nick Fantasy. Sign up with the promo code MLB SGPN, get a $1,000 bonus credit. And welcome, everybody, to the MLB Gambling Podcast here on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. It is currently Monday morning, April 28th, around 10 a.m. Eastern Time, and it is the first prop episode of the week. I'm back with Adam, and together we're going to break down our three favorite props each for the Monday card. A reminder, we also do our best bets and the underdog entry at the end of the episode. So you do some underdog, we can help you out with that as well. Adam, how's it going with you? How was your last episode? How was your weekend?
I think my last episode, I was 0-3. But
okay.
But it's okay. The weekend was good. We cashed one of our quote stupid futures.
Shout out to Liverpool. Twice.
Shout out to Liverpool
twice.
Now, first of all, shout out to the Cleveland Cavaliers for longest NBA winning streak of 15 that they did twice.
It was 16. They had 15, 16. They got tied, and they matched, and they went
and
to
then
16.
They beat it.
So.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
So that was good.
Liverpool was the final leg of that, and they finally officially won the league, even though it's been over for about 2 months.
It's been over for months. Yeah, so that hit, and I assume that we're getting all of our people that are going to start streaming in here. But yeah, it was good. The show-wise, it's not been as great for me lately. I don't know who I'm going to probably blame. Let me just look. We're still up, but we haven't done well on underdogs in a bit. Baz was lights out.
He was so good. They
so
won that
good.
game like what, 1-0? I think.
Gallon struck out his final batter. Gallon gave up 4 runs and still was out there and struck out his final batter.
Damn it, Ozuna.
And Pablo got going too late. Brenny Young had been I counted Baz as my show play.
Well, technically Young voided because it was moved the day after.
Yeah, Young voided.
So
we had Pablo, Gallon, and that, and it didn't, and they all didn't do it. I'm actually on quite a losing streak right now.
Well, on the bright
I'm not
side,
worried about it though, because I'm good at this.
I was gonna say on the bright side, we ended up fading a couple of pitchers. There's Logan Gilbert, who actually got injured, and we had his under 8.5 strikeouts from the Robots, and
Robots have been on. Actually, Robots have been good to us. The rhythm Robots have been good to us.
We had Festa about a week ago. We had Gilbert under, and then he got injured, which is unfortunate, but still, point is a nice win there. I went 2-1. Had nice wins on the under Suzuki walks. I had a win with Quantrill, 4.5 hits allowed over. That was a serious sweat. That came back from the dead. And then Jock Peterson, who had 1 hit in like the entire season, had a single against Verlander. That's the only thing I lost. So 2-1, can't complain. Robots, though, came through. And I went 0-3 the episode before, so not that big of a deal. We'll bounce back. Anyway, anything else you want to add, or should we just move on into the props for the Monday card?
Helms is pointing out that Joe Ryan shoved yesterday, and we saw that one. We loved
so did Scooball.
And we had that too.
Yes, we did.
Stuff that we had that like no one cares about, But anyway, we don't have a ton of games. Do you have an NBA show today?
I have an NBA show at 11.
All right, so I can't like dilly dally. All right, let's just get to it.
I mean, you can if you want to, but it's fine.
I don't think I can.
You can't dilly dally, but you can dilly if you remember where that's from.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, that was back when Bud Light was considered cool. And then they hired Shane Gillis to try to fix the entire reputation again.
Because the whole thing's falling apart.
Yes, it did. But I'm saying now you got Shane Gillis doing commercials. Anyway, before we get into any of the actual props for the Monday card, a reminder that you can also support the SGPN content by taking a second to give us a 5-star rating and review on Spotify or Apple. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channels, not just the Mothership Show, not just the MLB show, but also the NBA show. You want to do the tennis show as well, College Experience. We all do our own YouTube channels, so you can help the network grow by subscribing to each of them and to help the actual network grow as a whole.
This whole time when Sean said we have 2,000 subscribers, I was like, what is he talking about? Twitter? And he's been talking about YouTube the whole time? I feel like such a boomer for not
talking about MLB. The MLB channel has.
Yeah. Okay. Subscribe to the MLB YouTube channel. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry.
It's fine. You're not technologically savvy.
Okay, that's fine.
It's fine. All good. Point is, though, once again, you can help the network grow by helping show some feedback to all of the shows on the network. Anyway, time to move on into the actual props here for the Monday card. Adam, I'll let you go first, assuming that you're technologically savvy enough to enter your picks. What do you like for your first option for the Monday card?
Gonna go with Jack Flaherty, under 17.5 outs, plus 143. If you guys all go bet this right now, let's see if we can tank this line. This is a bonkers line. Also, pause. If for me personally, I do this, and this is probably something that would benefit everybody who listens to us because they tail you and I. For me, when a line is plus 120 or longer, so like plus 140, plus 150, I do it to win a unit. If it's plus 120 or lower, I will risk it. Like it's plus 110, I'll risk it. But the otherwise, it's good for your ROI and it's good for controlling your bankroll and all that nonsense. So, but anyway, Jack Flaherty, look, he's only gone over this. I think Jack Flaherty's hurt. I also don't think Jack Flaherty's good. But he is over this only twice in his last 10 starts, period. He's been terrible on the road. He's got a FIP of 5.28. He's got a way lower K rate, a way higher walk rate. Detroit's bullpen is fine. Houston's been hitting a lot better over the last 2 weeks. They have the fourth lowest K rate, which is something that stands out to me. Their WRC plus is plus 116, 10 hits in 4 of their last 6 games at home, including 3 straight.
I saw Jordan homered. That guy's alive, apparently. I haven't heard that name in a while.
Give me the trash cans. Give me. I actually think this is going to be like cans,
but they've been
whatever.
Playing better,
I just Flaherty to go 6. I'm not a big fan of, especially just because the whole bullpen's available. And let me see who starts tomorrow. I never know on this team. That's not true. Oh, Reese Olson. Yeah, Reese Olson, who's like up and down, kind of all over the place on certain things. Yeah, this is solid. Flaherty just can't go deep, so it's fine. And let's go Flaherty under 17.5.
Yeah, I see a question, by the way, from Yale Pod, who wanted to know if I have any thoughts on the O's and Yankees game.
Dude, you guys are the robots, like anything in the O's versus Yankees.
I was going to say, it's not prop related, but my dog on the MLB show yesterday, we were very limited. We were missing about half the lines. I did take the Yankees minus 1.5 as my dog. Just the end of the day, fading Baltimore. I know it's dangerous. I get it. Warren's not very good, but it was fading Baltimore.
Where's better? One of my plays is in that game, but it's
either way. Point is that Baltimore's a complete lost cause right now. That I'm like, all right, I think the Yankees aren't as bad as people are claiming.
Fourth best hitting team though over the last 2 weeks. If you look at hits, they're just not getting on base.
They also just can't pitch, which is
everything's
also
a double
problem. So
we'll talk about it. I'll talk about it a little more when we get back to my play.
But to answer your question, Pod, my dog for the podcast was the Yankees minus 1.5. It's mostly based on the Orioles being a laughing stock right now. But yes, that is what I kind of had for that one. Anyway, I'm moving on to my first prop for the card. I'm going to go with a couple hitter props, actually. No pitching props for me today. I am going to go with Gavin Lux over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs at minus 105. Lux has been very good lately. He's actually had at least 2 HRR in 9 of his last 10 games. He's also been amazing against righties this season. So far against righties, a 368 batting average and a 449 on base. He's been rolling. He's in the middle of that lineup, and I do like how he's been performing. You're looking at Palante pitching, who I think has given up 7 hits in back-to-back starts. Palante, though, does not really have a great strikeout stuff. He's mostly a contact guy. He relies on soft contact. But recently, he hasn't really gotten it, and that's why he's kind of gotten shelled the last 2 outings. But the Reds' offense is good. They ain't facing the Rockies over the weekend helps with that because the Rockies suck. But I do like how Lux has been performing, and I do think it's a good spot for him to continue to roll. Give me Lux on the over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs at minus 105 as my first prop. Thoughts?
Since he's the best hitting team over the last 2 weeks, WRC plus of 129. I like Gavin Lux. I picked him up in my fantasy. I think he's a severely underrated player.
I didn't like him on the Dodgers, but then he actually started playing.
Well, he was off a massive injury.
But that was the point, that he was also being like a spot starter, and it's tough to actually gain momentum when you're being benched every other game. And it's like, all right, now he's finally playing, and he actually looks pretty good. So, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't looked at. I got to look at some of that stuff. Back to that, by the way, the Flaherty thing. I have the first 5. Well, we both do have the first 5 under alt under. So we'll see because Rennell's better at home. Anyway,
I think Flaherty can pitch well. We just think he might not pitch long. So
I don't think he's going to pitch long because he just. It's funny. So you have some of these teams. So here's the thing: you got a team like Houston, who has over the last 2 weeks. They have a WRC plus of 116, but then their OPS is 737 because they're just not scoring any runs. Mm-hmm. And their ISO is 144 because they just don't have any power.
My comp would be the Rangers.
They're basically, their hard contact is way low. Yeah. They're just like a great team to bet singles on.
Yeah, that's fair. I was going to say for Tigers games, it feels like their comp is kind of like the Rangers. The record's better, but they win a bunch of games, but they're all low scoring. They don't win many shootouts. It's all like 4-2.
They're not striking out. Their contact rate's super high. Their contact rate is elite. Their contact rate's 80%. It's really good.
So
anyway, all right, we on to me?
Yeah, back to you.
Let's go with Mr. Tamayuki Sagano over 15.5 outs. This is not me backing the Orioles. Yankees probably still win this game, but Yankees have kind of cooled a little bit offensively. The Orioles desperately need somebody who can go 6. Like desperately. Both of these teams played doubleheaders this weekend.
Yankees did yesterday. Baltimore did on Saturday.
So they would love to get a starter who could just be like, look, I'm going to go 6 and help reset things. He's also gone 7 in his last 2 starts. That's really all it is for me on this one. It's plus
he money. Got shelled early against Washington, then he settled in.
And he's still stuck around. But I think and the Yankees don't work counts at all. This is a very interesting Yankees team because it's a Yankees team that is probably going to win the AL pennant. I'm going to be completely honest, but they're not, they don't walk it all and they K like crazy. Like,
yeah, I don't think they're going to win the pennant, but I think they'll win the AL East.
Who do you think beats them?
In the AL, I mean, you mentioned the flaws here. They don't work enough counts. I feel like they're so home run dependent that I get
it, but everybody's
everyone's bad in the American League. Yeah,
everybody's bad.
I get it.
It's like the Eastern Conference of. I'm just saying, if you had to say it today, if you had to break it down of then like what ends up happening, it's like. Really, I
understand that the American League is weak, and it's been weak for the last couple of years. But I'm just saying, at least the Yankees team last year would work some walks. I just feel like they have a
huge walk problem.
I just feel like being that home run dependent in October is why the Yankees haven't won in about 15, 16 years. It's just because you need guys on base, you need guys that can move the line, and the Yankees don't have that this year. So I can see them being upset. Just by.
I mean, I wouldn't even know if I would call it an upset. They're just all mid.
Well, based on pricing, pricing, it would be an upset.
Oh, yeah. Look,
probably
based
get
on pricing
back at some point and whatever, but.
I mean, based on pricing, I don't have it in front of me, but the last time I saw the pricing, Detroit's actually the best value.
I would have said Detroit, but that's solely based on pitching. I mean, Detroit smacked the Yankees in that series a month ago, but of course that's different than October.
Like the opening of the thing, yeah.
But either way, point is the Yankees. They've been winning games. The division's not very good, but I have not been that impressed by this team.
And since they're K'ing like crazy, I'm just gonna think that I'm betting on us getting a little bit of length out of Sagano.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Anyway, before I get into my second prop for the card on Monday, a reminder, the brought to you by ADVERTISE, because they're the first ever bank available for bettors, ensuring that all gambling transactions are approved. No usage fees, no minimum balance. You can also cash rewards. And a reminder that you get 100% approval for all betting deposits. Sign up today. ADVERTISE the bet promo code SGPN. Deposit $25, and ADVERTISE will match the deposit. Free $25. Can you imagine how many parlays you can make with $25? Once again, that's ADVERTISE.bet. Promo code SGPN. We're brought to you by MyBookie. Who's bookie?
MyBookie.
MyBookie.ag is the place of every sport. They have the NBA playoffs, the NHL playoffs. They have baseball. They have tennis, every sport you can think of. And a reminder, they have props in every game. They also accept customers on locations. You can also use crypto, invest payouts, and deposits. When you sign up for your new MyBookie.ag account, use the promo code SGPN. Click on special game for time deposit offer. Sorry, my bad. That's the wrong promo. For a 100% deposit match up to 1K. Plus, you get terms and conditions to apply, so make sure you follow those rules. MyBookie.ag, promo code SGPN for 100% deposit match up to $1,000. Welcome back, everyone, to the MLB Gambling Podcast. Finished going through the first couple of props for the Monday card. Time to keep it rolling here with my second prop. I'm going to go with a hitter that I'm going to fade, actually. Going to be Adolis Garcia. I'm going to take his under half a run scored at minus 125. Garcia, even dating back to last year, has actually been horrible at scoring runs, and yet he's priced like he's actually decent at it. Minus 125 feels very cheap for a guy that really does not cross home plate as much as you think. He's had 0 runs in 4 straight. He's had 0 runs in 19 of his first 28 games this season. If you want to look at last year's numbers, he's also bad at doing that too. But he's been bad against Sears in his career. He has 4 hits and 0 walks in 24 plate appearances against Sears. You're looking at the Rangers offense scoring less than 4 runs in 5 straight. Big reason Seager is injured again. What else is new? But they have no support in the lineup. So you're looking at Garcia, who's kind of surrounded by arguably nobody. And he also...
somebody who
you have Langford, who's in front of him.
Who we have 200 to 1 for MVP.
No, but Langford's in front of him, though.
He's surrounded by him. Yes, but
the point is that Garcia can get you an RBI. The point for runs, he doesn't have many guys behind him.
Adolis Garcia is the king of solo home runs, and that's it.
Pretty much. So the point is that Langford's in front of him, so that can help you with an RBI, but behind him, you might see him stranded on base because nobody behind him's worth a damn. And you're looking at Seager, who's out indefinitely. We'll see when he comes back. But Garcia, as you said before, is the king of the solo, and he's not been very good against Sears in his career. Yeah, Porter, I don't want to talk about Berger. That makes us
Has
depressed.
Berger had a home run yet this year?
I think he has like 4, but he's batting
Him
like
and Jock have been terrible.
He's batting like 170, so Berger has just been a lost cause. It's kind of a tragedy.
Well, so
but...
Jock will play. They have a good matchup week other than today. Obviously, Jock won't play today because it's against the lefty. But yeah. It's also early, guys. Just to remind everybody, the Phillies have the same record that they have right now that they had in 2008 when they won the World Series.
It is early. I'm just throwing it out
13,
there. Berger was the guy that got to try to help the back end of the lineup, and he's been kind of a mess. So, once again, I'll fade Adolis. I don't think that, unless he hits a home run, I do want to dare the Rangers to score runs. Once again, they've scored less than 4 runs in 5 straight. This offense is really not that great right now. Give me Adolis.
Yeah, I mean,
half a run. Minus 125 feels way too cheap. I think it should be like minus 135, minus.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I mean, I like full everything here. Like I like the A's here either way.
Yeah.
So for me, I'll be on A's.
And Sears once again quietly been good against this team, but mostly Garcia. So there you go. I unfortunately could not find any walk plays.
More like this is such a good joke. You're missing this joke.
He got it. What a good one.
It is. It's such a good joke.
Ayo, he did it.
Heyo.
But anyway, the point is that once again, I couldn't find any walk unders, so I went with a run under instead. So that's where I'll go. You have any thoughts on a third prop?
I do have a third prop, and my wife just sent me a video of the tree coming down outside, and it's like basically like sending boobs. This is like it's pretty. I can't wait to watch this.
So how big of a tree are we talking about?
Oh, dude, massive. We're getting 5 trees removed. Like they're massive trees. Like somebody had to climb up, and then they had to climb up and climb up.
Did you make sure it didn't accidentally crash on your house? Because that's kind of a big deal.
I don't know. I paid the guy in cash. I paid him in our Liverpool winnings.
Nice.
Eli Jennings had just asked a question. Do you guys have a preferred app book? Do you see it? If you want to put it
yes. We have a preferred app?
Do you guys have a preferred app book when you're betting player props?
Truth is, the main advice I'd give you is use multiple books to price shop. That's the main advice.
But I will also tell you that certain books that are going to be sharper, I think, is the sharp line, like is the actual line. So like for home runs, FanDuel is FanDuel's usually beating Pinnacle.
They give you usually the best price.
They'll give you like the best price.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the best one. Bases is really like a DraftKings. A lot of stuff we do on DraftKings because like they only ones who have that market. We do a lot of team total bases, and that's over there. Team total strikeouts, some of those things are over there. It's really important for you to know on batting props that FanDuel, if the guy pinch hits, he's live. DraftKings will void it. So Jock is a guy that you kind of
that was BetMGM. I don't know if that's also true on FanDuel.
FanDuel. FanDuel is if the guy starts, or if the guy comes into the game even in pinch hit roll, he's live and you lose. It's bad. It's a crappy one.
Yeah, BetMGM. I recommend betting unders on for hits.
BetMGM. BetMGM. The under is live. Like this is for unders, but like or overs. But if you have let's say you have O'Neal Cruz. And he's out of the lineup. You bet it before the lineup came out. And then the lineup does that. DraftKings and BetMGM will void it. But FanDuel says he's live.
Yeah, I see Rogue saying that BetMGM will also void. I know for a fact that you used to get winners if the guy would pinch hit and you took the under hits and you would go over. I know for a fact I made money on BetMGM with that happening.
But DraftKings voids if he doesn't start.
Yes, I was going to say maybe BetMGM changed their house rules, but I know for a fact that I
just did it.
I have gotten paid before on BetMGM when the guy does not start with pinch hits. I know for a fact that has happened to me. So once again, make sure you actually read. Jake's saying make sure you look for plate appearance as well in the house rules. That's another advice that's kind of worth mentioning. I know it's going to sound annoying. Don't be afraid to actually skim through the house rules of your book.
Yeah.
Even on locals.
Yeah.
Nothing. It's reading. Like it's what worst case scenario, you become more informed. But I have a couple locals. Some have different rules. So I will only bet baseball stuff or hockey stuff or whatever.
So run lines sometimes void. Run lines void if there's a rain out on.
Yes. And money lines will count. So once again, that's kind of what I'm saying is make sure you read the house rules to at least familiarize yourself with which books will give you extra edges in certain markets. But to answer your initial question when it comes to which books you should be using, each book has its own purpose, but make sure you're using multiple books. You should definitely be price shopping. You should be rule shopping, basically, trying to find any type of edge you can find. So that's the advice I'd give you on that. You didn't give out your third prop, right?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
So yeah. Anyway,
But
I don't know, Rogue. Then you got lucky because we definitely did it the other week. And
no, Rogue's saying he bet the double and the guy didn't place. But I know for a fact if you take unders,
if you take unders, they are live.
And they give you 0 hits. They go 0 for in their plate appearance. You do win. That's happened to me. You bet an over.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's like a different thing for BetMGM, but unders will pay you.
It might be because he bet the over. He doesn't bet unders. So it's probably
just saying if you end up taking an under, BetMGM does pay. You might have to talk to support, but it says plate appearance in there.
Yeah.
So it doesn't say
the unders are live. So
there
anyway,
you go. Something to keep in mind.
There it is.
So there you go.
So all right, cool. All right, my last one before I'll give you guys some more stuff later. Future friend of the program, Griffin Canning, under 15.5 outs. It's all over the place, like even money, whatever it is. I like it a lot. Peterson's tomorrow against the D-backs lineup that actually does not hit lefties very well. This Nats team's actually been hitting a lot better. We saw them actually kind of blow everything up yesterday.
Nice comeback yesterday.
I know. So, by the way, we want Ketel Marte tomorrow against the.
That guy's alive again. He's back from the store.
Back.
All right, good for Marte. He's back. Shout out to Corbin Carroll, by the way, 2 triples this past weekend.
Shout out to our 45-1 MVP tickets.
What a player! He's so good.
Pretty sure it's not 45-1 anymore.
100% no. He's really
100% no.
He's really, really good.
Pretty sure we were on an island with that one too.
Yeah. Well, we pivoted off of Marte because we thought he'd get hurt, and Corbin Carroll.
Shout out to Andy. Shout out to Andy Sternberg who reminded both of us during all that, where he's like, Marte hasn't played more than 120 games, and he's only done it once in the last 5 seasons. 140 games once in the last 5 seasons.
I mean, I remember pulling it up during our Zoom when we talked.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So anyway, we'll tout later. Yeah. Canning's got a lot of uses lately. He's not a K guy. And this Nats team doesn't just whiff. So I like this a lot. I like Canning under 15.5 outs. Just kind of get it to the 5th and bridge out of there. I get it that let me look at the at who's available on this Mets team if they actually want to do. Let's look at the bullpen. They also had a weird rain delay start stop on Saturday, some weird usage, but okay. So Static blew the save. Brazoban, what a great name.
Yeah.
Brazoban at the helm.
Budo, Marlin, I think. I don't know.
Budo was in there. So look, here's your guys that are available. I mean, Diaz is available. Diaz and Reed are available, and those are your highest leverage guys. And so is they brought up Urena, and they wouldn't have brought up Urena unless they're planning on using him, and he hasn't pitched in 5 days. Danny Young, you have a lot of guys available. So give me the under outs here.
Yeah, I mean that's our guy anyway, so I can get behind backing or fading him. He's come through for us pretty much every time. For my last prop, I'll go with the hitter prop again. It's actually going to be the Yankee game again. I'm going to go with Aaron Judge over half a single at -125. He's had at least 1 single in 4 of his last 5 games. Sagano does give up a lot of contact, which is why you like his over outs, because the Yankees do swing at pretty much everything. But he has given up a decent amount of hits. Sagano's given up 27 hits in 28 innings pitched. And Judge, I do think, once again, has been a solid contact hitter. The home runs, I know he had one yesterday. He's been hitting the ball well. His average is over 400. But his home runs have actually kind of quieted down lately. But I like the hits here, and I do think that you're looking at a single being a pretty realistic outcome. You might get multiple hits in this game, wouldn't shock me. But Sagano gives up contact, and I'm just banking on Judge to not hit it to the basically stratosphere. Give me Judge to hit a single in this game, -125, fading a contact pitcher basically with a, in my opinion, good matchup here. So I'll go with Judge to get a single in this game.
Yep.
So
I like it.
That's my thoughts. Once again, that's going to wrap it up for the 6 props that we have for the Monday card. Now it's time for the best bets and the, once again, underdog entry. Before we get into the best bets, a reminder, they're brought to you by Nick Fantasy. You can play there on a pick'em. For chance to win times your money, you can also mix and match your sports. You can use the NHL playoffs, the NBA playoffs, MLB, esports, tennis, etc. And a reminder that you can also sign up for your new account with the promo code MLB SGPN. So especially for time for up to 1K more cash. Fantasy promo code MLB SGPN. We're brought to you by Rhythm, because Rhythm is the home for bet picks and props. They're also available to help you dominate the NBA playoffs and the MLB prop market with Rhythm. Download your app, and don't forget to try out building your own model. It's very simple and easy to do. They also have a free trial for a week, so if you want to try it out for free, you can do so for a full week Adam, though, it's that time. The robots have been good to us lately. What do the robots like for the Monday card?
Let's look.
I'm assuming blindly we're always taking like strikeout plays on that market.
I like this, Eli. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm enamored. This Eli Jennings is asking really good questions and making good comments. So I'm a fan.
It was a good win for the Nationals. I mean, 2 walk-offs in 3 days.
Nationals are fun, dude. Nationals
fun.
are a lot of fun.
Abrams came back. He gives them speed. Cruz remembered how to play baseball.
He also gives them winning bets because he goes out and he does his thing. All right. So who do they like? Yeah, we'll take a play that they like. I hear my dog freaking out. Let's see. Sorry, guys. We're gonna have to.
Your dog's freaking out because we're talking about Nationals baseball.
Yeah, really. JP Sears has been better at home. They like the Sears under total outs. I don't know if I'm crazy about that one. Oh, Feltner over 4.5 strikeouts against the Braves. I don't know if I want that. Oh, here's one that I don't hate that we could probably use in our here's one that I like for us to use in our stuff. Bailey over 4.5 strikeouts against not your mom's Guardians team, but this new Guardians team that gives.
Over's actually been really good besides like the first start of the season where he got destroyed. He's actually been pretty solid. So
they like it. They like that one. Hold on, I moved some stuff around. They don't have a ton of stuff here. They really their favorite play is Sears under total outs. But let me just see what the team against lefties. How is Texas? Texas is terrible against lefties.
They're bad against everybody, I imagine, because they really can't score at this point.
And they've been bad the last 2 weeks. Let me just see this last one. Nick Martin, because sometimes I want to see if it's something that I actually want to bet with you. Let's see, because sometimes it's something I'll add an underdog, something it's like I'll add more money to this. Nick, okay.
So far the leader is Ober. That's the leader so far.
Leader is right now Ober. It's a little too juicy for you to play straight, but I would definitely do it as a underdog play. Okay. So they also like Nick Martinez under 17.5 outs. I don't know what the bullpen situation was like for.
They won yesterday like 7-1, so I imagine that the
bullpen. Well, you know what? I don't know if I totally hate this because the Braves are mashing right now.
They have the right to play the Rockies now. It's a luxury and a half.
Oh, they're not playing. Who's Cincinnati playing?
Cincinnati plays the Cardinals.
The Cardinals don't hit.
So they were leading the league in hits, but that was like a couple weeks ago.
That was like way long ago. Let me just see this, and then we'll be done from here.
Cardinals are also like the worst road team in the entire league. So,
this Cardinals team is terrible.
They're the worst road team in the entire league, arguably. So.
Oh my God! Yeah, I understand contrarian. We'll take Ober. We'll take the Ober.
All right, so we'll go with the Ober. What was the number? You said 4.5.
Yeah, Ober. Oh, it likes Flaherty under total outs. There you go. So that's a smash play now. Okay. Bailey over. Oh yeah, Bailey Ober over 4.5 strikeouts is our rhythm robot play. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna add that to our underdog when we get to that ad read. Well, we get to build it.
Okay, sounds good to me. A point is, though, a reminder, when you do sign up for Rhythm, they also have some amazing deals besides the free week trial. Try it out with the sign-up code, 25% off the monthly deal with promo code SGPN25, 50% off the annual deal with promo code SGPN50. Once again, Rhythm, RATHMM, promo code SGPN25 or SGPN50. Sign up for your 7-day free trial by going to sportsgamepodcast.com/rhythm. Welcome back.
Someone sent me a photo of the Braves designate Jesse Chavez for assignment, and it looks like he has his sunglasses on and a hoodie. And it looks like they woke him up on the side of the road to tell him that he was cut from the team.
Jesse Chavez, though, has such a fascinating baseball reference page.
His arc is amazing.
He's only good with the Braves. He's terrible with every other team, but the Braves in his career, his ERA is like 3.
I just texted you the photo. Take a look.
Okay. We're going way off the rails.
All right, all right, fine. It's worth it. It's fine. Okay,
that's fine.
What did you remember we won here?
No, I know, but I was in the middle of the intro out of the ad read.
Sorry. All right, do the ad read.
It's all good.
You got to show.
Welcome back, everyone, to the MLB Gambling Podcast. Finished talking about Jesse Chavez. Now it's time to move on into the actual best bets for the show. Adam, I'll let you go first. What's your favorite prop for the Monday card?
Flaherty under 17.5 outs.
Okay, good talk. For my lock, or for my best bet, I will go with the Adolis. I'll go with the under half run scored. Minus 125 is too cheap. I understand the argument is Garcia, as you called him before, the solo home run king. I'll take my chances. Garcia's got not really much support behind him. You're looking at him not being a big run scorer anyway. He's not as fast as you might think, by the way. I feel like people think he's faster than he is. But I do think you're looking at Garcia, who has not been doing much when it comes to runs scored. He has not scored a run in 19 of 27 games this season. So I think that, once again, the price is too cheap. Give me Garcia on his under half run scored at -125. Now it's time for the underdog entry. Of course, we already have Ober on his higher 4.5 strikeouts. We can do Flaherty too, because the robots
they have 5.5.
That's a tragedy.
We moved it.
We can pivot to Flaherty though. We can just run back Flaherty because the robots.
No, I'll do. I was gonna say I'm fine with. I'll double down on Flaherty.
Okay, that's fine.
And then I like your Garcia one, unless we want to do something else. I like
Soto.
Soto
Garcia.
today.
That's fine. We'll do Garcia on that, and then we need one more.
I did Flaherty.
No, that's two because you said Ober.
Oh no, I did Ober. I did. I moved the slider down.
Oh, okay, cool. I didn't know you could do that. Okay, cool.
Lower. Okay, so it's solid. Okay, it's Bailey over Bailey over higher 4.5 strikeouts.
There you go. He's warning.
Jack Flaherty lower 17.5 pitching outs. Adolis Garcia lower any runs.
Yeah. So there you go. That's going to be your entry. Once again, though, we'll be back for the prop show on Wednesday. We do have another MLB show later on today.
5.06 multiplier. I just put it in for us.
Okay, there you go. So point is, we will be back for the actual show later on today. It's not going to be me or Adam, but we're going to be doing the Tuesday games at 5 p.m. Eastern. If you want my thoughts for the actual Monday games, not props, the episode on Sunday with Dylan and I, check that out as well. But until next time, find me on Twitter, Reichel Radio. Find him on Twitter at Hey Rosenberg. Also, a reminder, if you do like some basketball content, NBA show in about 25 minutes, WNBA show at 7 p.m. tonight. Bring the podcast back. So Terrell and I are going through some win totals. I know that Adam was following pretty much all my WNBA plays last year, and we made a ton of money, so can't complain.
We did. And it's also on Rhythm. Rhythm allows you to do pretty sharp models for WNBA.
Rhythm has that too. So once again, Rhythm has another sport or league you could follow, but WNBA content is officially back on the network starting tonight. Till next time, good luck to all of you and all of your bets. Bye, everyone.